como dije en el bloque anterior, directamente nos vamos a ir a Viena, con el espíritu de Hans y con quienes recordamos a una de las figuras más importantes de la historia del cine, y lo digo muy en serio, de la historia del cine del siglo XX y del siglo XXI, de la comunidad cinematográfica mundial, Hans Hurch.
Hans Hurch is missing a lot because he's one of the few festival directors who actually has brought a form of resistance to festivals, which is amazing and needed, still needed.
Hans died. This is the problem, so now we are here in Vienna on his on the Central Friedhof. We're looking for his grave actually, to find it, which is typical maybe because Hans could be very like when he would walk around festivals. Sometimes you wouldn't see him for days. And then if you would run into him, you say, "Hey Hans," and then he would say, "Ah, you were here. I didn't know you. I didn't see you." So now we're looking for Hans, and we haven't seen him yet. I think also that here in the Viennale you feel, of course, this big hole that he has left. But that's life.
Un programador extraordinario, un director de festival, bueno, sin comparación, justo porque siempre ha tenido una curiosidad que no se acababa. Y entonces tanto por lo viejo como por lo nuevo iba buscando, bueno, conocer más y conocer la gente, conocer la gente a través de las películas y las películas a través de la gente. Es algo muy especial. Entonces tenía un amor para el cine que era como un amor especial a la vida a través de él.
Hans. ¿Qué falta con Hans? ¿Qué es para nosotros, los cinéfilos, la ausencia de Hans? ¿O qué fue su presencia?
Es que para mí, porque yo pienso que sí, siempre es muy personal, pero con Hans todo era muy personal. Y esto es tal vez una de las más impresionantes calidades que tenía, era de relacionar con cada uno muy especialmente. Pienso que todos teníamos esta sensación de muy íntima con ello, ¿no? Y por los cine, yo pienso que esta es la única relación que podemos tener con una película y con un director, este mundo del cine sería para mí idealmente el mundo donde Hans vivía también, que es un mundo de encuentros de esta naturaleza, ¿no? Y, no sé.
How could you do that on one hand, and how have you been able to be allowed to be doing that?
First of all, Roger, thanks for the big compliment, because it doesn't only go to me but to a lot of people. Because just to explain, if I do the program, it means I do the last decision, yeah. But there are lots of people, and as you know, you are one of these friends and one of these people who give me lots of informations. They say you should see this film. For example, last year you saw a film, you recommended it to me. It was El Lugar Más Pequeño, and because it was shown at a little festival, and not a little, but a festival in Mexico. And so, without you, maybe I would not have seen the film, and this means I could not have programmed it, and people would never have seen it in Vienna, because it doesn't get a distribution. So I have to say there's a real network of people that help me. But my idea is that there must be someone who really stands for the decision, to say I'm showing this film or I'm not showing this film. And what I think, it's not good to have a group of people discussing about the film, sitting there, and then like this afternoon we're going to discuss these 5 films, and then there's the wheeling and dealing and something. So I think at the same time, if somebody has the last decision, he's also responsible. You can criticize him, and I'm also as you know, I'm also criticized for what I do, but at least they know whom they can turn to, who shows a film or refuses a film. So this is my idea. But I have to say there are lots of people, but also at the festival, also at the Viennale. I don't like the idea that the Viennale is my festival.
No, it's quite clear.
I don't. It should not be an ego thing about it, yeah. But I take the responsibility. This is what I do. And how I got this freedom is first of all, it's a very obvious thing. I have success with the festival. And as you say, if somebody, like the Americans say, success is the best revenge. So if somebody goes after you, it's much more difficult to do something against me, because I feel protected by the success. So this is the one thing. The other thing is that I started from the beginning trying to build up something like a relationship between the festival and the public. A vice versa relationship, so that I can a little bit trust my public. I can risk something, I can show a film and think maybe they'll go for it, and they should be able to trust me and say he's not gonna do just some very obvious, very speculative things just to have people or to get the money out of them or something. So I think we build up something over the years, and this is the real strength of the Viennale. That is what I think. That a kind of trust between the public and the festival, and at the same time part of this trust is that you are disappointed. My public disappointed me and I disappointed them. I know this, but this is like in every love story, It's not always sunshine, and I think this is something very, very precious. If you reach this, and it took over years, precious, and you should not gamble on this. You should not gamble on this relationship, on this trust. And this is how it was possible. That's very easy. And the other thing is, but this is something other people should say, not me, because I don't want to characterize myself. But it's the only way that I can do it. Somebody else would do it in a different way. Maybe he or she would do it better. I don't know. But this is the way that I can do it. Like a filmmaker can make a film the way he does it. The only thing I tried not to be is a fonctionnaire, what we call a fonctionnaire. That means somebody who does something for other interests or other things, but I do it for the films, for the filmmakers, for the public, and of course also for myself. I enjoy doing it, and I did it for a long time. And if you know me, the day I don't enjoy it, I would stop. The day, the minute, when I think it's enough, I wouldn't like to do it, because then you become a fonctionnaire.